went somewhere else, but I think I did donate 25 to the cause of my gambling addiction.
Cool. Cool. Well, definitely would have won some of that back for beating Santiago de la Vega.
Truly the battle of the century.
Gotta catch up on all of the Discord posts. I won't lie, I completely forgot that you had healing. That was clutch, Griff.
Yup. It's very handy. I'm like, well, if there's a terrifying poison that's going to have a lot of externalities to it as part of the plot, what if I just eliminated that immediately?
Right? No. He was gonna die in 3 days. That was the plan, unless it could be healed with
Yeah.
Well, unless
Over
all
the
of
course of
sickness
3
could...
days, it would have happened. I don't think I could do normal medicine in 3 days to actually do that.
That's the
Unless
thing,
he was
right? It would
doing
be
full
tricky.
bed rest and the food bonus. So let's
Thank
say
you
that'd
for
be
making that
3
gift
and
to-
then maybe up to 4, so 7, 14, 21. I think it's
Yeah, not
28
quite.
quota, isn't it?
It is 24? 24?
Yeah, 24.
28. Yeah. So
Maybe
it would
if
have
I
been a
put my
close
personality into it every day and I aced every single die roll.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah. But healing was the spell that you needed for that, and you also knocked that out of the park, so very good. I was kind of hoping I'd get to kill Arthur, but hey,
Right.
whatever. You guys
I
worked
fudged
for
a
the
bit of the
happy
roll,
ending.
but it still worked out.
Yeah. Nah, you guys did
Now I
good.
just need to convince him to become to take piety.
There you go. Now you just need to convert him.
And then the drink will kill Arthur. Yeah, this is what's gonna happen now. We're all poisoned, everybody. Well, except Harm and Connor, who've restricted themselves.
Oh, that'd be.
Oh my gosh, did Connor bet against himself? Just thinking.
Right. Yeah. Anyway.
He threw the fight. He threw the fight.
It comes to light. Oh no. I'm sure he had Potter placing the bets though on his behalf, so it's a bad luck.
Yeah. No matter how you put it.
Okay, so the day after the banquet, the Archduke has sent a summons for Harmon, who's quite impressed with Harmon's performance. And he says as much in this letter. It's not a letter, it's a messenger that he sends to him, basically, that says that he has a job offer that he would like to make. He thinks that Harmon would be uniquely qualified if he is interested, and sets a time for a meeting that could be held at the palace. I'm going to say the other thing that happens in the following day, as the festival grounds are packed up and people begin making their arrangements to head back to their small villages, and the city of Chalon-sur-Saulge begins to empty out somewhat, is that the Dubois merchant, right? Goatley. I forget his first name. We came with a first name and then we gave him the last name, Goatley, and of course Goatley was the only thing that stuck, so that's what's sticking, unless someone else can remember. But yes, Goatley also seeks you out, Harmon. He says that he does have a very important parcel that he needs transported, and because you did such a good job handling the Blue Dragon situation, he knows that he can trust you with this, and he's also willing to pay handsomely for your help. $60 denarii a day. He goes, well, that is a steep price. Any chance I could talk you down to 45 a day? Yeah, 45 a day. Awesome. Okay. He seems visibly relieved at that notion. He says, I can also pay a little extra if you wish to bring your irregulars, your servants and the like. Each of them get 5 denarii per day of travel. This would be an extended journey, and it is going to be quite dangerous. The buyer is in Harrogate, in the Bisclavre lands. As you know, currently, that poses difficulty. The Via Salutis is in a state of, it is a little bit difficult now that there is open warfare between the Avoirdupois and the Doloro. The Via Salutis, though, is still probably the safest way to travel through. And as you know, that for you guys personally, that will cross you through the Triskellion territory, which, as far as you know, you still have open bounties on your heads within those lands. So yeah, if it's going to be 5 denarii per person, and you're bringing your dudes, 3 times 5? I mean, does Potter get paid? I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Let's say like an additional 15 denarii a day. And if the irregulars want to stay, that's up to them. That's Connor's business. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I totally misunderstood what you're saying. Yeah, you're talking about the total length of the journey divided by the payment. I was thinking about the extra money. Well, let's see. 16 days? That looks probably about right. From where you guys are now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. Yeah. Yep, it's only a one-way parcel delivery. Paid in advance. Yep. Normally the Dubois would do like a half now, half on arrival, but you've already proven your efficacy, and so he has no problem paying you up front. Yeah, and he says, I honestly don't expect any more difficulty, but we have been trying to get our hands on this parcel and get it into the hands of our buyer for some time now, and I just want to assure that nothing else goes wrong.
Big ol' stack of cash.
It's a payday. Yeah.
So you have one contract set up, and then you have an Archduke to go talk to.
Yes. And goal-wise, this would be a goal. And the goal will be to get the Dubois parcel delivered to Harrogate. I'll write it down. Sure.
All right, taking that one.
Harrogate.
This must be important if they're willing to pay for Harmon. I shudder to think he might interrupt us.
Put thousands into this to ensure that it is capable of getting there safely.
Yeah, you have to wonder the value of the item and the price for which it is being sold. But we can talk about details on that in a moment. The Archduke has set up a delightful outdoor lunch in one of the splendid gardens of the palace, and he will make it brief. But he says that you are uniquely qualified to help in this circumstance. You fought with such skill and such control that he believes that you would be uniquely fit for this sort of monster hunting activity. South of Chalon in the Soldier, I guess, south of here, there is a village that is responsible for providing many of the military rations and supplies that they are sending west to the front lines for their men. Unfortunately, these supplies have been interrupted. The village, the road that they take to get it there, seems to have been marked as the territory of a horrible monster known colloquially as a Bethrak. A Bethrak
Ah,
is essentially, a giant dinosaur.
well, at least it's on Umclod. That's the gianter dinosaur.
The gianter one, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, this is just a big dinosaur. This is just a Utah rat.
I'm sure it's nice and friendly.
I'm sure it would take it several rounds to chew through Harmon. So I'm not scared.
Yeah.
It's not the stuff of nightmares.
he says
Plus,
that this
I can
is
fly, so long, suckers.
you just fly around. Pew, pew.
Yeah, so monsters. That sounds like fun.
Goal: eliminate the Bethrak. Yep, there it is. Yeah. Yeah. He says that this would be sort of an imminent threat. They want it resolved as quickly as possible to make sure that they can keep their forces well supplied. The Dubois messenger says that, or the Dubois merchant says that they're still putting their caravan together and that they plan to ship out is not the word, but set off in a few days, 3 days from now. So if you think that you can handle this dinosaur trouble within 3 days, it's not too far a journey from where you are now. If you take, I guess if you travel by river, you could get there in half a day. He says that he's willing to pay 4 Oriole for the slaying
gold,
of
huh?
this beast. Yes, 4 gold. If I do
It
the
can't be
math,
that big
it's
a deal. It's only 4
100.
gold, but it's just a beast. I mean, I think we could do this in a day.
He also says that it would carry with it some incredible prestige within the nobility. Get your name out there.
But of course,
Of course, you do this for payment, but really for the service to your country. 5. Oh. He considers. He says, "Well, I can understand that you would pay. That your sword arm is worth it." He says, "Yes, 5, but then I wish to have its head returned here as a trophy."
if only some of us were taxidermists.
We've all taken up the wrong profession.
Gift of taxidermy.
Wrong profession. That's one. I'm sure at some point, and my vote would be on Theta here. Someone has tried to make a necromancer / taxidermist.
Mm.
I have a new character idea suddenly.
Oh, that is so gross, but also that's really good.
I have a lot of necromancy stories.
Yeah.
My only
Well-
my only thought, right, is it more or less gross than a normal necromancer?
I mean, that's true, right? Normal necromancers are pretty hideous, but like, I guess the advantage is if you're a really good taxidermist, you could pass them off as like not dead things, right?
I could pass them off as taxidermy.
Oh, sure, yeah. Ugh. All right. Well, yeah, he will agree. He wants like the main. This is the king. The king agrees that the main issue is making sure that the supply lines are free and that the people are not terrorized, and he can wait on the head if that's the issue. All right. We have an accord.
Harmon picking up 2 big money contracts. Oh, was there a prize for just winning the tournament?
I imagine you get a medal for it or an emblem, not a cash prize, as this is supposed to be
A tournament for
nobility
honor.
league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. There would be a medallion for the winner of the tournament. I don't know if they do like runners up. I don't know if there's like a silver medal, but there's certainly like an award for the winner.
Title,
Was-
which unfortunately I'm not sure you qualify for being a commoner, but
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that is also an option. But yeah. I mean, you guys are going to get the gift of Insider with the people of Shallansa Soldra. I was trying to think of a way to like a gift of fame or notoriety or something, but honestly, that's kind of what the
that's
Insider
what
is.
Insider,
Right?
Insider is a catch-all for you get a bonus when dealing with a specific crowd or situation.
Yeah. So it felt
we
lame, but I
worded
was
it-
like, that's it.
Yeah, and we worded it as insider because you might also have like inside information without being friendly to the
Right,
sources,
right.
because we assume that you're all murder tourists who offend everyone you meet.
But you
I think
can
you guys have
certainly use
kept a
it to
good
be
balance.
friendly if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was a moment of clarity there when I realized, like, oh yeah, I mean, this is kind of, maybe this is the throwaway gift, but it's a very versatile gift. That's interesting. I didn't consider it that way.
Yeah, that's why it's done with a broad brush like that.
5 XP. So in narrative terms, it means that the even for all of his hard work trying to and all of the jugglers, still people were like, I mean, it was impressive, but yeah. I'm still not buying my Harmon action figure just yet.
Um,
Yeah, exactly. Karate chop action. So, anyway, how do you guys want to proceed?
well, since I've already used my healing for that festive night, I'm going to go ahead and roll medicine on Connor right now. So there's at least 4 progress if I don't manage to successfully heal him by the time he goes and does anything terrible.
Okay.
And I assume Harmon is going to come back and say that there's exorbitant money ahead for all of us.
Well, we've tangled with nastier than that.
You have?
The 3 swamp, the
The
waterfall. Oh, that's right. You weren't there for that.
You fought a waterfall?
No, it's a longer story.
Oh, well.
Not one that's pleasant to dwell upon.
I see. I personally remember it. I remember everyone I remember Nushka in particular falling to the water and almost drowning and getting eaten alive.
And then Gaston did wind up
Did save
getting-
you. Oh, he died later. Don't worry.
Oh no, wait, that's right. He died at a different event. Well, any event.
But Harmon, I believe you said it was 80 dinar for everyone, wasn't it? Yeah. The doctor is going to take that and go, well, I guess if I've already been paid for the job. And I guess traveling over to Harrogate sounds like a fun idea. And to the Palestres first, well, I guess at least there might be some nature out there to enjoy.
Man, the doctor is just such an agreeable guy.
It's incredibly easy for me to agree to people who keep giving me mass amounts of money. Quick 3-day detour. It's just a 4-hour tour, everybody.
How are we going to get home?
Oh, right. Well, Arthur's in good spirits now.
That's true. He says I should be fine. His
And you have
wound
your
is bandaged
entourage as well.
nicely. Yeah, he says that I will return. I can return on my own to Ferme Rouge with my entourage.
I'll send you with my coachman. You can return home as befitting a winner.
All right.
Resisting the urge to say, 4th place ain't so bad.
I mean,
Stood toe to toe with his betters anyway.
okay.
Yeah, Arthur's got a coach, he's got an entourage, and he's heading home. And I believe, Connor, you probably want to send word back to your father. You'll be afield for a while.
Yeah. So send one of the soldiers with them. Let me see who it could be.
I'm sure your brother could deliver the message himself.
Oh, gives me the excuse for the soldier as well.
You can see the wheels turning in my brain as I'm like, do I ambush this kid on the way back?
Yeah, I was thinking that out of character too. It's like, this would be a great point to put that plot element, but we're also about to go literally all the way across the island here.
It's true. I mean, let's revisit the wording of the goal. You guys needed to return him safely. If he gets jumped on the way there, I don't know. Do you complete that goal? I don't know.
Monster.
But you are sending. I know I am a monster, but you are sending him with people. I think this is the perfect use of irregulars, especially since they really haven't done a whole hell of a lot for the past few days.
Right, and odds are they'll get back to Shalon the Circle Dre. Ugh. They'll get back by the time we get back and reconvene. Everything ought to be good. Assume everything goes to plan without watching it.
And Bernard.
I think, what I want to do, and now we're playing jazz here, but I want to do like a percentile roll type thing, where, because he has his guys, he has his lackeys, and you're going to send him with some guys as well.
He's also a proven fighter, hot off a tournament, fully healed.
It's true. Okay. All right.
Sorry, Arthur the Shark Tank's dead, right? Proven. He lived. He's proved he can live. Didn't win any fight.
Didn't really win any fight, that's true.
He has more than average dice.
Yeah, mostly from his equipment. Yeah. So here's what I want to do. I want to roll a d8, and if I get a 6, 7, or 8, something bad goes on along the way. But for every irregular that you decide to send, we'll bump that number up. So if you want to send 2 guys with him, like you said, then it's just going to be an 8. If you send 3 guys with him, then there's no chance he definitely gets back okay. But you're you're gonna lose your irregulars to this task for what's coming
Well, I think we
next.
should send all the irregulars and because they're just gonna get killed when we go on the monster hunt.
You are right. I guess you would only want to really retain the scout and maybe the driver.
Well, actually, they need the driver because they need the driver to drive the war wagon.
Oh, right. Well, wait. I thought
Yeah,
we were
no, I
taking one of the
mean,
wagons.
Literally, it makes the most sense, I think, to throw Arthur here in the war wagon with your band of mercenaries. Not to mention, it's a war wagon, and send them off on their private army to deliver him while we go deal with them. I mean, I wouldn't be worried about the monster if we had Harmon, but we have Harmon and Connor.
So yeah, let's send Bastion, Alfred, and Raphael along with them. I'll keep their names just in case we can hire them back.
Oh yeah, of course you could.
All right, so that'll be 3. There is no chance he will be injured.
Exactly. He makes it back to Fair Marouge and you guys get your goal. Well done. Okay. You're down here now. You guys are taking the trip south. Out searching for a monster. As you guys approach.
You said it would be a day and a half to get there, right?
I said it would be half a day. And then
Okay.
to get down there, and that way you can kind of like get there, do what you gotta do, get back.
Then
You
we
should
got
be
the one
fine.
shot at it. Connor, roll me your will.
All right.
Might not matter. All right, and I will roll personality on it. Nope, you're still injured. Enjoy.
Tried.
Oh, buddy. Who's my buddy? Cameron.
Okay.
Is the light failing in you, Doctor? I suspect you need more sacramental wine.
Ah, yes. Well, I'll need a couple more barrels of that, but I suppose for now we can at least do some regular medicine. Here, take some of this. And over the course of the day, he will continue trying to heal you, and I'll make that medicine roll whenever you like.
You could
actually,
do it. Yeah.
let's go ahead and just roll it now and get that out of the way too. Don't forget, of course, you get all of your other things for increasing your quota, such as rest and food. So that's 2 additional quota for you, and I can re-roll that d8 for 3. And I will give you a dose of good medicine for 4 for today.
Nice.
And then don't forget to roll I think it's rolling your body, isn't it, Raph? To recover?
Oh yeah, you get to roll your body die, and I think as long as you don't botch, or do you need a 4 or more?
It's,
To get one?
if you get bed rest, you get 1 automatic success. If you don't get bed rest, it's roll. But you get rest, but not bed rest. It's roll your body die. It's got to be 4 or better.
Right.
Because
Connor here is going out into the field to do a fight.
Because if you get injured, we made it a big pain in the ass to recover.
Mm-hmm. So I guess yesterday you could probably get bed rest, and today you do fine. There you go. So 2 more.
We're that kind of game.
So there you go. I've done everything I can. You're 1/3 of the way there. Probably.
5 points.
Yeah, that'd be 5 points today, and then however much it was yesterday, plus your 1 point of bed rest.
So that's how much was it for yesterday? You had food, right? You traveled, so no rest.
Yeah. For today, go ahead and roll an extra d6 for travel grub. For yesterday, you had good food, so that would definitely be a quota. You had a feast, so there you go. So the d6 on the travel food today too. I gave you the vegetable package because I'm cheap.
Mm.
That counts as 1 for food, 1 for rest, and anything else? Any treatment?
I already mentioned the good medicine I used at you, which was a free quota, so that's in there. So hopefully that should be everything. You're making some quick recovery.
It looks like 8 down.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should be like a 10.
I trust my doctor's word.
Okay. Well, there we go. So much of the journey is spent telling Connor to not move the place where Harmon has broken several of your ribs.
Yeah, just try not to breathe too much. Okay. So you guys make the journey down. How many regulars do you have now, Connor?
Just Lewis.
All right. You're down to only playing 3 characters.
Oh, which one is Lewis?
He's a scout.
Oh, the scout. Okay.
Which we may have need of, actually.
So I guess I'm driving the coach.
I can also go ahead and drive it with you.
Oh, you know how to drive?
Yep, I have a D6 in the knack reroll.
Oh, you're a better driver than I am. So yeah.
You have better speed than I do if it comes down to rolling speed. in
Yeah,
vehicle.
but slow driving's usually mine.
I'm not much smarter.
Aren't you a doctor?
I never said I was a good one.
Aren't you both a doctor and a clergy? You're supposed to be super educated. You're supposed to be way smarter than me.
Well, I'm very educated in the number of wines I can have.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, we are taking the river. That's right. That's just fine, too.
Okay, so
But
well, this is only a
still,
day. We're not going to be
Either of
able
us
to drive.
just wrote it, so...
Yeah, we're not going to be able to take the carriage to the swamp.
Oh, right. Yeah, we can't take the carriage through the swamp. We're taking the river anyway. We don't have to roll anything. We're just floating down river right now.
Oh, well, what are we going to do with the carriage while we're going down river?
I guess it just stays in Chalon-sur-Solaire.
There you go.
We can't just leave it in Chalon. We'd have to park it or sell it.
He did get this directly from the Archbishop. I'm sure they'd be willing to hold on to it for a bit while we sail somewhere for him.
You guys are always like, I always feel bad because like I always want to be mean.
I know, I just want to wave.
Yeah, I suppose we would have to park it, so we'd have to leave some kind of deposit or assert some sort of coin med.
Mm-hmm.
Pay for that.
What's overnight parking
yeah.
in medieval Calabria?
Well,
we are only gone for a day, so we're only paying a day for someone to hold on to.
We don't have to pay for a day, so we'll just park it for a day. That's like $2, maybe $4.
Okay.
Well, and we have to feed the animals, so that's like $6.
Okay.
So Connor just drops $6, and it'll be there when we get back.
Yep, we'll just leave it with the ostler. Okay, yeah, it's just a day, so we'll just leave and come back.
Guaranteed
We get
to only have light graffiti.
We what?
We're going to the swamp.
Yeah, we're going to the swamp to hunt a swamp monster. This will be hilarious.
Okay.
You guys aren't going to sink, are you? Okay.
I can dig.
Fun. If you're fighting in water to the point where it would hinder you, like waist deep water, all your combat skills cap out at your highest swimming die.
Right. Yep.
Yep, that's
we
gonna
ran
be
into
fun.
that last swamp we were in.
Yep, and we've got 2 right. Now I'm just gonna go on a limb here, and I'm gonna guess that the Bethrek swamp monster knows how to swim. So
I'm
so
pretty
this
sure,
is
but yeah.
gonna be tricky. Are you guys sure you want to do this?
Well, for this one, I'm mostly here to enjoy the nature of it.
Okay.
Harmon, however, is going to fight it no matter what.
Well, I'm going to prepare for this. I'm going to take the pistol. Actually, no, yeah, I should probably do this. I'm going to take my pistols and load both of them with regular shot.
That's a good idea. If I might make a
Normally
recommendation...
Normally, I have one loaded with buckshot because it's scarier and takes out unarmored targets better. But this is a monster.
Right. In terms of general strategy when we get there, honestly, the best thing is for you and the scout to go ahead and survey the situation, see if you can find it, and we lure it to some place where there is dry land for us to all fight. Or at least for Harmon to
Right.
hold his ground.
But I'm guessing that if it's a cunning beast, it's not going to be easy to lure out into the
Mhm.
open.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's a successful monster because it sticks to its own hunting ground.
So I'll have to
Why are
burn
they
that bridge
asking us
when we
to
come
kill
to
this
it.
again? Did they give us a reason?
It's terrorizing people.
Yeah, it's
Which means
blocking
it
the
is.
supplies.
If it is terrorizing people, it means it is coming into civilized domain. So we might be able to lure it out.
So I suppose once we get there, it's time to survey the situation.
Okay. When
Right.
you get there, you can see the town. It has several mills that are water powered. You can see that there are large barns where they're storing a lot of the food, the wheat that they presumably package and are sending to the front lines on the west. And you can
So,
see that there
This
is
is a swamp
signs.
town.
Is it a swamp town? You said?
Well, we're going into swampy territory. Where are we on the map? I'm looking at the map.
Yeah. So
Porture
I'm
de
just.
Soleil, I think.
Yeah, it's a village that's near Portier du Soleil.
Like this area down here, you can just say Soleil. It's like Cirque du Soleil.
Gotcha.
Except instead of being Cirque du Soleil, it's Port du Soleil.
Okay. Port du Soleil.
Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah. So we're right here. Okay, so yeah, this green stuff here is forest, and this stuff here with the weird plant stuff, that's swamp.
Gotcha. All right.
So I imagine like this area here, it's damp and unpleasant, but it's not actually proper swamp yet until we get down here, or has swampy regions. So that makes more sense. So something has come up from the swamp and come up to this territory.
Yeah.
Okay, so so we're basically in a riverside community, which makes a
Yeah.
lot more sense.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Because I was going to ask if like they were submerged, if they were on a hill, if it was a what would you call that where everything's built on raised platforms?
I know what you mean, but I'm not sure what it's called.
But it sounds like this is a riverside town. So this is basically like the steep river drop off with the water powered like mills by the side of it. No, it makes complete sense. And you're right. We're right here on the river. So yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably where they might have a lot of flatboats that go south because downriver is towards the swamp. Also, actually, I don't know what the timeline is here. Do we still have a swamp witch? Because
We met with one before that wanted to sell alcohol somewhere up here.
I'm talking about Lady Amelson. After the unpleasantness with her husband, she's rumored to have ran to the swamp.
Oh, okay. I imagine that now that her son is sitting the throne, because when we started this all these months ago, that was part of the pitch was that the Vaslovs have, or Vaslov the Jakoba have taken control of the
Okay.
Triskellion crown,
All
right?
right.
So I imagine
Let's-
she's not in hiding. She's probably chilling in Triskellion.
Because it's much more pleasant than the swamp.
I'd imagine. Just a little bit.
Debatable.
Okay, well that's a good sign.
So you don't have to
Oh.
worry about necessarily running into her.
All right, that's a good sign that there might not be a swamp witch necromancer. On the other hand, the fact that she's hanging out in the biggest city in the world,
Yeah.
less so.
It'll work itself out.
Exactly. It's just, nobility.
Oh, I'm sure. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so yeah, I guess we could ask the locals where the beast attacks. It sounds like it's coming in on dry land, and yeah, luring it out. What's it doing? Eating people's cows or whatever?
Yeah. They're lizard cows. It hurt one of the you know what? It killed one of the shepherds that was letting its flock go to the south. When you ask them, they point to pretty much across the river where the across the river. No, they point to a nearby forested area, and you can see visibly from where you are that there have been disturbances. It looks like one or two of the more slender trees have been knocked over, been broken, and there's torn up, disturbed earth.
Yeah, let's go look at that. So it knocks over trees. Good. This is fine.
I'm greatly reconsidering this already on everyone else's behalf.
Well, I'm looking at so Connor, could you actually have a tinier sword you could be carrying instead?
Tinier sword?
No, I'm planning on hiding behind Harmon as much as possible. I mean, Harmon's a wall.
And of
not a
course, I can make
retreating
him a
wall.
thicker wall.
Yeah, so I imagine, I mean, if we were going to get some bait, we would have to get a distressed animal and then distress it. But otherwise, we could try to track it. I mean, how hard can it be to track? Look at this.
Well, we have
the
plenty of
scout.
ability to track amongst ourselves, so I don't see why not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a skilled tracker, and I'm guessing the scout is.
Yep. And might I ask, so there's a small wooded area, but the general terrain here is in fact the plains of this territory, isn't it?
No, I think he's in the forest.
It's becoming more forested as you go south. This is kind of the edge of that territory.
So I won't try to claim a species bonus off of that.
Yeah, it knocked over trees, so I'm assuming it hides in the forest.
Mm-hmm. However, I do have 2d6 on my searching, and I could go ahead and try leading that, unless
I think you're actually
you have better searching.
No, I think you're the best. Is that your mind in searching?
That's before adding mind. I would be at 3d6.
Yeah, I think you're actually the best tracker. I think the three of us should assist you.
Okay,
and
so I'll go ahead and lead the roll.
So we should spread out, look for signs, and communicate with each other. And once again, we're going to be obvious while we're doing this. We're not being stealthy. And then Harmon and Connor should just be on vigilant duty to make sure it doesn't sneak up on us.
That sounds good. I like it.
I guess that works for everybody.
Cool.
All
right. So you'll be the lead, and we'll be your wingman.
So here's my lead roll to start with. We got 2 successes already. Connor.
For me.
Yep. Connor, would you like to roll for your scout's assistance?
Is what, mind and observation?
Mind and searching.
It'd be mind and searching. It would be 2d6 since he's a typical.
Well, he doesn't have any searching dice.
Really? For the scout?
Searching?
Well, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. He has observation, endurance, and stealth.
Oh, okay. Well, what species is he?
He's I assume they're all raccoons, right?
Yes.
Oh, claim a species die.
He gets 2d6 because he's a forest critter. So just roll 2d6 for him.
Well,
but he's no help.
And Nishka, you're no help either. So we're at 2 successes total.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already used my personality for the day.
So if it's if we only had 1 success, we wouldn't find a sneaky creature. If it's got 2 successes, we might find it.
But this thing is literally bulldozing trees. It doesn't sound like it's trying that hard not to be noticed. It's an
true,
apex predator.
But if it's got a lot of endurance, it might be covering a lot of ground.
Right. That might be problematic.
Problem when your friend always describes stuff from a bird's eye view and you live on the ground. Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking. Trying to get more creative with the rolls today, I guess. But so while you're doing this, like you said, you're not being particularly stealthy as you're tracking him. I think 2 successes will be enough to let you track this guy because, as you said, big monster, making a lot of disturbances in the local flora. But I want him to. I want there to be a chance that you get spotted as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna roll for him. He has no mind because he's a beast. He does get his species die with observation, which is a d12. So if I can beat a 6, I think was your high roll, then I think he's gonna spot you around the same time that you spot him. Otherwise, you guys will be able to track him in a stealthy-like manner.
Yeah.
So
Right.
here comes
At
the
the same time,
D12.
Harmon is intentionally trying to be spotted, so I think the danger's going to happen to him if they notice. So
Good
50
to
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
Yeah.
Harmon and we're pretty much being. The question is whether it engages us or avoids us. It is a beast. It has to decide if we're delicious or not.
50-50.
I'm fearing as food.
Harmon, when you serve yourself as food, you're all shiny and pointy.
I don't know if anyone would mistake Harmon for food, but we'll see. It's a big monster.
Maybe a local rock.
Smell like meat. Have a meat smell
Yeah, but
today. Here we go.
you're also a giant. Apex predators tend to like
Hey.
not want to screw up their day.
So it beat the 6, so I guess it does care and notice.
I love
does
Harmon's
care and
theory. We should go
notice.
kill that elephant. It's lots of meat.
No, he's a lot of meat. He's like
Technically
you are
true.
a lot of meat. Okay,
Get a
so
happy
Which meat
settlement.
is normal.
I mean, it
Here's-
might. We'll find out.
so you guys you're tracking using Anushka's sort of aerial view to help you out. You're following the markings, and you are closing deeper and deeper into this forest. And you come across, let's say, so the doctor is probably our best tracker. So doctor,
I'm
you come
the one leading
across,
the charge.
you start to see some markings on the trees that are interesting. They're obviously intentional, and it dawns on you that you guys have probably just entered into the area that this thing considers to be its territory. And as you're in the process of explaining this to the rest of the group, you hear an ear-splitting roar that reverberates through the ground, and you hear a thundering as this thing rushes towards you out of the underbrush. It's accompanied by cracking sounds as foliage is being snapped underfoot and pushed aside, and you guys find yourselves being charged down by this incredible monster. And let's change the scenery for a minute. So because it kind of got the drop on you, I'm going to say everyone put yourselves within short range 12 paces of this thing. Armin's like right here. Okay, and make your initiative rolls as well. This thing is
I'm always dragging the wrong thing. Where am I supposed to drag over here? I gotta open the character sheet and drag something from there.
No, you just want to go over to the journal tab, go to your character's name, click on the name, and drag the name over.
Okay, so hold on. So journal tab, name. Okay, yeah, and it has to be the name because if you drag by the picture, it doesn't work.
right.
Yup,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's what's always throwing me up or off. Well, this is like fun.
Oh, the doctor
How
gets
about it,
focus.
boys?
Yep.
Let's.
My stick's ready.
Okay. Long fighter, blah blah blah. All right. I've got this stat block here, so let's just
I
see
think
how this
we have
goes.
both sides of focus for roll 3.
Sorry, I didn't really catch that arc. One more time.
I'm looking for the rules right now, but I believe at like close distance, if you roll a 3, you still pass initiative.
Yeah, at close range, you get initiative at you have to beat a 2, right?
Yeah, and these two are just rushing straight into the fight, and I'm the only one staying far, far back from it.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So,
The Potter can hang out with you.
all right. So first things first, this thing is going to take the first move because it is in the middle of a charge. Still have danger sense. Doesn't always doing work for you. Yep. Okay, got that success. So we're gonna rush in here, and Connor, you're all over it with focus. It's going to snap at you with its massive jaws. Let's see, is this guy a giant? I guess it doesn't matter. You guys are within close. So yes, it's coming at you. How do you want to defend yourself?
I'm going to interrupt to guard
Cool.
and then parry.
Okay. It's not exactly a veteran, but it is going to aim, which
Yes,
means
don't
that
forget
it's
you're
coming
still
at
injured.
you, and you're still injured. So it's coming at you with 2d12 and 3d8. So goofy.
Looks like I
Alright.
won.
Yeah, no, you managed to step aside and deflect its jaws. There's a loud ting as its large teeth collide with the metal of your saber. And it does not score any hit on you. And now it's your guys' turn, I think.